I'm here with Grumble. Grumble, I know you've been watching the tournament some. How important is this game for these teams? What stage are we at here? You know, is there any rivalry that we should be keeping in mind?
Well, I don't know whether yes, one of the Hehe players is still called Empire. Please have mercy, and I think that might be appropriate. Empire are currently 10 wins, 4 losses in the Premier Europe division. Hehe are second off the bottom with 5 wins and 11 losses. Hehe definitely have more at stake here. If they can get a couple of wins in, then they'll be guaranteed to get into Division 1 for next season. As it is, it looks like they're headed for the playoffs. But yeah, it's going to be a fun game, I think. Hehe not too confident.
Sounds exciting. We see the Invoker as the first ban out for Empire, following the first ban in the game for Hehe with Visage. 2 bans that are not at all surprising. What we've seen, Invoker, of course, the most pick ban hero in 6.8, and he's definitely continuing with that trend. Do you think Invoker's worth all the attention he's been getting, Grumble?
I think I do. He's just so versatile. You know, I mean, that's also what I've noticed recently. It's no longer just, oh, it's 6.8, all the Quas Wex every day, all day. I've been seeing Quas Exhorts for pushing strats, and just generally a whole range of skills coming out of Invoker, and people are taking advantage of the range of skills now, as opposed to just one particular buff. So I think it's a fair ban.
Gotcha.
The Veno?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm wondering whether that's
a relatively flexible hero.
10 seconds to
go. Yeah, true.
Although I don't think of Empire's routine that particularly struggles against push. I think was the lineups that Veno tends to excel at.
Yeah, that's the only thing that would make sense to me if they were worried about some. Yeah, I mean, unless they're trying to take out a certain combo, like a Bristle Veno combo, by taking out the Veno,
sure,
because they're planning on taking the Bristle, or something like that. I mean, Empire do have first pick, I think.
Veno used to be considered a very high tier support, especially at the beginning of 6.79. Has definitely had moments in the sunlight, but really isn't considered that attractive of a pick or ban as of late.
Yeah. I wasn't expecting it either. What I am quite glad about, though, for anybody who was watching us yesterday as well, is that we haven't seen a Lycan ban, so we might actually see a Lycan. Well, as opposed to everybody being
I did see some
terrified
in some other tournaments recently, so maybe we'll get a chance to see him played. And there's that Ancient Apparition, which has gotten so much attention recently.
I'm not sure if this is what they're planning, but I'm just throwing out here, with the Dazzle pickup, maybe Empire are planning on doing their own Bristleback strategy and trying to shut down.
Veno is actually very good against Bristleback, so I would not be surprised to see a Bristleback come out who's obviously great with the Dazzle. Stack the minus armor, they work in lane so well together. Dazzle great with any type of diver. And apparently I'm getting messages that people cannot hear you on the stream.
People cannot hear me on the stream.
If there's an easy fix for that. I don't think it's anything to do with you. I'm pretty sure it's entirely to do with me.
Very easy fix. If you go to your audio options and you turn up voice volume.
Yeah.
Dyer's pick.
It's not that you're too quiet, it's that you're not hearable at all. Somehow your audio is not coming through.
Ah, right, I see. Okay. That is a big shame.
So I'm gonna try a few things to see if we can fix that, but I'm not sure that we can.
Okay, interesting, cool.
But we do have a Lycan.
There's a Lycan. Good job. Good job.
Shadow Demon and AA also a great combination.
Disruption
into Cold Feet is very powerful.
I think what we do then,
the Lycan this time around.
I will I'll mainly stay quiet for this cast then. You can kind of do it as a solo cast. I'll hop in with any key bits of information, or if you need to go and change settings, just give me a shout.
That's fine. But if you have anything to say, I'm be happy to pass that along to anyone that's having trouble hearing you. But
okay, cool.
Grumble's running backup. Tag team out here today.
Stats man.
We did see the Kunkka ban by Empire after the Ember Spirit second ban. I don't know if we talked about that. Ember Spirit, also a strong hero, but more push-focused bans from Empire. It'll be interesting to see. I don't think of, again, Dazzle or Lycan particularly bad against push. So it'll be interesting to see what they do with their last 3 picks. Bane banned out from Hehe. I hate playing against Bane, so I think we all can understand that.
10 seconds to go.
I would say that both teams have good combos so far. I'll be very interested in watching that Lycan. He's gotten a lot of attention very quickly. That escalated very quickly. So we'll see what happens there. Mirana ban out from Empire. Interesting Mirana ban immediately after the Bane ban. Not the traditional way you see that combo going down.
5
And he's using a lot of its bonus time. Definitely thinking out the early stage of their draft. I'm not sure, and a lot of it on bans too, as they take out the Nyx.
Radiance pick.
Yeah, I'm not sure if they're not sure how to counter Empire, or not sure what they're going for, and so they're taking the time to ban, or if they're just using that time to plan out their general strategy, but I guess we'll see.
One point I think
And
to
it's a
pass
very-
on
Uh-huh.
would be what Empire are going to do with this Lycan. It could be that they're going to pick up a lot more push, and I would say summon
10
or aura oriented
seconds
push,
to go.
or it could be they're just going to use him for ganking, and I think that might be slowing
Dyer's
Hehe down.
Mm-hmm. Grumbles made a great point talking about how, hold on here, let's see if I can fix this. No, it sounds like a lot of my game audio actually isn't going through, so, well, I'll have to rethink. As that big testing phase sign on the top of my stream says, this is definitely in the testing phase, so thanks for bearing with me, everybody. Grumble was just talking about it's not clear if they'll use the Lycan to go for a lot of push, or maybe play him more as a traditional hard carry. You know, he's definitely a hero which, you know, has emerged onto the meta very rapidly, and so his exact role and strategic preferences isn't quite as clear, which is actually really exciting. It's nice to see teams experiment and get to see the top players try out new things in that way. And this is definitely the right tournament to do it. So hopefully we'll get to see some innovative play. He picks up the Batrider. Very popular right now. Definitely coming back in, especially among the CIS teams. You know, very good at countering specific hard carries. They actually have a lot of good single hero shutdown with disruption and lasso fitting into that well. So we'll see if they go for that. And Empire goes for more push with the Shadow Shaman. So they lose both push bans and push picks. Maybe they want to be able to group up and push without being split pushed or being held back in a lane. Although he has a pretty good counter push lineup. Ancient Apparition's ult is probably the best counter push spell in the game. Shadow Demon has the Shadow Poison. Batrider has his Firefly. I would say they have a pretty good team to counter the push. Empire also has a great Roshan lineup. Shadow Shaman, Serpent Warrens, Lycan obviously being someone who can sell a Rosh relatively quickly. Dazzle great for Roshans. They are on Dire. I don't think we'll see a level 1 Rosh, but it wouldn't be impossible the way they're doing it so far. We'll see. But a lot of push coming out from Empire. They have definitely the ability to both sustain pushes and take towers very quickly if you give them the time. It'll be interesting. You know, we before Lycan was hard in the meta, we definitely thought of him as sort of a roaming split pusher, using his ult to escape and his wolves to push lanes and take towers and scout ahead. And that's definitely a lot of the way he's been played. But he's also been more of a 5-man sort of death ball push. You know, fit more into that traditional push hard carry role. He picks up the Morphling, also a hero which has grown in prominence recently after, of course, being very strong and receiving one of the hardest nerf sticks that anyone ever was hit with a little while ago. But I'm glad to see that he's back. He's such a fun hero to watch. Has a lot of different tools to use at his disposal. Can go mid, usually in the hard carry role. And he's not a bad combo with Batrider. Batrider being a very mid-game focused offlane or mid a ganker with Morphling is much more of a farmer. Puck picked up by Empire. He does have a nice situation where they have Batrider and Morphling, both of whom can go mid. Shadow Demon can go mid if you need him in a pinch. So Empire's already picked up their mid, so he can decide to go with either of the heroes they've picked up already, or take another mid hero at 5th, maybe a TA or someone like that, to counter the puck.
I think, just quickly, I think the Shadow Demon might actually be an effective counter to Puck, because of course Puck's great at avoiding damage in 101 different ways. If Shadow Demon can stack poison on him, Shadow Demon can choose when to activate the poison, if I'm understanding his abilities correctly. which would mean he could wait for Reality Rift to wear off.
Hold on just 1 second, Grumble. I'm gonna see if I can get my game audio working. I think I may have figured out what the problem was, but 1 second, I won't be able to hear you.
No problem. No problem at all. For the benefit of my stream, we've got a Doom ban and a TA ban, so it looks like Davidy's cool that it might be a TA
so
pickup.
that is working. So I can't hear you, Grumble, but you're back on the stream, so...
You can't hear
for
me.
Just 1 second. Bane and TA, sorry, Doom and TA bans coming out. I'm all tabbing back and forth, trying to get my stream working. Just 1 second.
Okay, no problem. Well, yeah, that's TA and Doom there banned out, so I think Davidy's prediction that Hehe might be a good pickup there. That's certainly what Empire was thinking Hehe might do. The Doom for Empire, I think that would have been a great pickup for them. He could run the solo off lane very, very effectively. They got a lot of options for laning actually. They could try lane it for some real aggressive push, Shadow Shaman and Dazzle helping Lycan or whoever they pick up next. Just mow towers down. I think the question is going to be, I mean, Lycan can solo off lane as well, but he's not the easiest. But I wouldn't also expect him to be kind of the safe lane carry position. And there's a Centaur. So from my take on this, I would say 2 strength semi-carry to heavy carries. But no definitive obvious safe laner there. I think Lycan or Centaur could go off lane, depending on where the supports are going. It's tricky to tell. My money's on a Lycan safe lane solo, aggressive tri lane with Dazzle, Shadow and Centaur, because then you've got some crazy stun combos in addition to Dazzle's heal and Shadow Shaman's push. Down on Hehe, let's have a quick look ski. As I say, I think Shadow Demon, the point I was making to David a moment ago, I think Shadow Demon will be a great counter to a mid puck, because being able to release the... Oh, hello?
Alright, so I think I may have gotten it working. We will find out. I really do want to apologize to everyone on the stream. This is definitely still in the testing phase. But now it sounds like the echo is back on the stream. So we'll see how this goes, but more technical issues for davidy.
Yay! Yay!
I'd get ready if I were
how do you want to play then? I'm happy doing letting you do a solo cast.
Oh, hold on. Now I can hear myself. How about now?
I
think we've
can
got
hear
it
you.
working. Let's try to keep going with this, and we'll see what happens.
Okay, good job. Yeah,
More feedback coming in from the stream.
cool. Love those streamlings.
Right. We'll see if it works for now. Go ahead. Would you like to introduce Hehe for us while more chaos happens on my end?
Certainly. All right. Okay. Well, so I'm going to start off with Empire. Please have mercy on the AA. I'm afraid I don't know which Hehe player that is, but I like his spirit. Down here we have Chip on the Shadow Demon. I also want to check out the cosmetic items very briefly. I'm not seeing anything so far. Then we have Relo on the Morphling. He's got a couple of cosmetic items for Morphling, but Morphling cosmetic items suck. I'm sorry, it's true.
The crown's not bad. I think it's a good crown.
I kind of like the braces, to be honest, but I don't know, whatever. Nihis on the IO actually looks to be heading mid, or possibly just doing the mid block. And we have HWA down on the Batrider going safe lane, so I guess it is IO mid.
So perhaps an aggro try with Morphling AA and an IO mid. This should be very fun to watch. I'll go ahead and do Empire. We have Always Wanna Fly on the Shadow Shaman, Vanscore on the Dazzle, and Lycan played by Silent, all up here on this defensive tri-lane in the top lane. Mid, we have Resolution on the puck, and then soloing the off lane, we have Mag on the Centaur Warrunner, who has really come a lot as a solo off lane, especially recently. So tanky, so difficult to zone out. What do you think about the Centaur solo, Grumble?
Well, this surprises me. I was saying when you were sorting out the technical stuff, I kind of predicted where Centaur and Lycan would go, but I thought the supports would be with the Centaur, and they'd be doing aggressive try, and they'd be trying to link Hex with Stomp, with Shackle, and then push with Dazzle skills and Shadow Shaman's ult when it came off cooldown. So this surprises me. This really does. I don't regard this as Centaur Windrunner's most effective lane.
It it's interesting. Batrider's doing a very good job of harassing him, but he's also taking a lot of harass in that return on himself. But Centaur's already got 5 stacks on him. He's in trouble in this lane. He really is.
I mean, the damage return is great, but even if it brings you a little bit low, you're getting less of the damage. So for Batrider, he can just eat a tango and he's full. Pretty soon that Centaur's going to have to pop his healing salve, and he's already used 2 tangos.
And Lycan went for Howl first instead of the Wolves, which is the more traditional sort of pub build.
That I find very strange. I suppose it's just hard for hard last hitting to give himself that bonus damage.
He did not pick up a Quelling Blade or anything, so... Although Radiant with Morphling is doing this nice side pull here. But Empire's
very
coming
nicely
down,
executed.
disrupted it.
Very, very nicely executed.
Checking out this IO mid, he's definitely struggling. Puck's 10 and 4 in that lane to his 1 and 2. They're roughly even on experience, but I don't quite get this IO mid. I mean, it's not like they have a traditional IO combo. Morphling is not bad, especially because you can use the replicant to move in and out of teleport ganks. But it's interesting.
I have to wonder whether they have some crazy plan here.
Oh! Puck, excellent use of the balls to kill Puck and tethered onto a creep for the bonus stats.
Yeah.
And is able to take down Puck when he tries to go in close.
This just seems so mad. I didn't see that coming, but this just seems so mad that there must be a plan. Do you know what I mean? Like I
absolutely agree. And he go ahead.
I was just gonna say that there's a Batrider, very mobile, very ganky. There's a Morphling, he can nip to any replicate. There's an IO, and there's an AA ult. There's something brewing here from Hehe.
It's definitely. Shackle on Shadow Demon top. Lycan's hitting him hard. He's gonna fall. Dazzle Shallow Graves himself. Morphling wants him. He's chasing him down. He's waiting for it. He's caught him in a tree and takes him out right as the Shallow Graves down. Ancient Apparition's in trouble though. It's gonna fall to the nuke. TP's coming top. Shadow Shaman coming back in. Morphling going on Shadow Daming. Waveform should be able to take him down, but he's gonna be in trouble with the Wolves. Shadow Shaman turns around on Lycan. Morphling's backing up, but now Dazzle's back into the fight. Disruption on Dazzle. This is a fast-paced top lane here, guys. But looks like everyone's gonna head back to their respect.
I'm just having a quick look at the. I wish you could scroll up for the kill views. Oh, and Lycan's down.
Wow, did not see that coming at all.
Wow, excellent play there.
Very interesting. This top lane so violent, and this mid lane Puck continues to get amazing farm. 20 and 7 here to the IO's 8 and 3. IO's back in base. He does have his 6 though. It's a very fast 6 for IO. I don't know what to say. This is a very interesting lineup choice, but it's sort of working for them. Puck's getting very good farm, but he's gonna have a fast blink, which is definitely a problem. But if Empire can use these levels on IO to do something, it could be worth it.
I think it could. I mean,
after Cold Feet on top. Morphling waveforms in, he's going for Dazzle. Should be able to get him, Dazzle falls. But so does AA. IO TP's in. Lycan is in trouble.
I mean,
Cannon quiets down.
This is the my take on this IO mid. They're playing him like a pudge. So the idea is, yeah, he might not get great last hits, but wow, the ganking presence all of a sudden.
Going on bottom here. Centaur doesn't quite get the stun down. Puck's around, but looks like he's just going to back up. Or is he? They want to get this Batrider. Although, Centaur already so low with so many stacks on him. Puck, orb in. Batrider tries to bottle up to get away, and he'll be fine. So, who do you think benefits most from this sort of violent lane up top, Grumble? Does Empire or Hehe gain from a lot of kills both ways?
I think, I mean, Hehe definitely does so far. They haven't had any kills on the Morphling. As in terms of their team composition, they've got you know, the whole plan I think for them has been to have this IO be able to TP in very easily and make it 4-on-3. I'm wondering whether they're also going to use that. Do you want to talk about this maybe?
Uh, it's hard to do any type of analysis. Oh, clutch Shallow Grave on Dazzle. But it looks like he should still fall. Morphling diving very deep. But Io's able to keep him alive. Wow. Wolves are still around, trying to be a nuisance. Meanwhile, Shadow Shaman went middle, I guess to sort of help push that lane, and he's come back to ward. But with him out of lane, they did a really good job of taking advantage of that opportunity. And Batrider is now middle, defending against the push, which gives Centaur free farm on bottom lane. Wow, I don't know what to say about this game.
I love this.
There's a lot going on.
I honestly feel like it's like, imagine that you.
Morphling waveforms in, TP's coming in, Io's there to try to help, but they're just going to back up. They may try to turn on this. Io's getting a relocate ready and just takes Morphling out right as the Centaur ult comes in to try to get him. Although Shadow Shaman is able to get Shadow Demon from the back.
Well played by them. I mean, it's like the first time.
Back in, though. Right in between three heroes, Shadow Shaman shackles up Morphling. Io going very low, but AA doing a lot of damage to Lycan. Shallow Grave on Lycan. Morphling chasing him. He's gonna get this kill. Dazzle goes for the heal bomb, but it's just not enough. Io's low. The Wolves are after him, but he's got an urn. He should be okay, and the Wolves are just gonna back up. Batrider is coming in though. He has his ult. He's gonna go for Dazzle. Should see lasso any second. He's not even gonna need it. Just walks on top of him with the eyeballs is enough to take him down.
This is a crazy game.
I am sorry, Grumble. I'm trying to.
I know. I know. There's no space.
Wow.
And
Go ahead, please.
I was just gonna say, it feels like if imagine you knew Dota really, really well, but you'd never heard or seen of Pudge, and then you saw a Dendi Pudge, and suddenly you're seeing this crazy mid hero who you thought was doing terribly because he hurts himself with one of his main abilities and he's not getting any last hits mid, and then he starts roaming and killing everyone. Empire, I think, are a better team, but Hehe have just come up with a brilliant strategy, which is totally new, and they're taking everyone by surprise with it.
I mean,
I don't want to say totally new because it's probably been done before.
It's undeniably working. I mean, the Morphling is farming well. They're definitely up on kills. If we look at the gold, they're up by 2,500 gold already and over 3,000 experience. So, another IO. TP in, they're all going bottom and they get the Centaur War Runner.
They're just so mobile.
Wow, mega kill streak on Morphling.
I mean,
it's a base full wand, probably Link is on him, and he's already back middle, pushing that lane, and Morphling's headed back up to the top to try to defend. They just cannot handle this mobility from the IO. That level 6.
It's crazy, and I mean, one thing that I was wondering if they would do, and I don't think they did, is IO was doing those ganks out to another lane, and it was kind of unusual, because normally with IO, you link to someone, and then you TP. But what they were doing was TPing, just to have the extra IO there, and it was working great. What they could also have done is shackled someone and brought them back to mid.
Dazzle, caught in the flames. We might see a lasso here. Oh, shackle, very quick shackle on Batrider, great job. Dazzle and Batrider down, Lycan's going for IO, but Morphling's behind him. A lot of damage on IO. But Morphling gets caught in the wards, but he just waveforms out. Lycan's still going for this IO. Lycan's in trouble though. Puck here, silences. Very low heroes on top. Shadow Shaman might get out though. Centaur stun keeps Morphling slow, but now Puck's in trouble. Morphling waves through to take him down. Shadow Demon's up here, but Dazzle's back here with full health. Should be the end of it. And Lycan picks up an Invis rune, should be able to make his way back to base safely. But the wards, Shadow Shaman's wards were used defensively and not able to push a tower with those and didn't really get a kill from them. Use them to track Morphling, but Morphling can just waveform out. I'm not totally sure I understand that decision from Shadow Shaman.
They might be reeling a little bit. I mean, they definitely came off top in that fight. 1 kill for 3.
Yeah.
And that last kill was only by good Morphling play. But
yeah.
But yeah, it could have been a misclick. Could just have been
it did work.
They're panicking a little bit.
I'm excited. Wow, I got my heartbeat elevated from this, man. This is something.
This is an amazing match.
It really is.
AA ult there, just getting a bit harassed.
Coming in on Shadow Shaman. AA ult hits. I don't see how he can get out from this Morphling. So much damage so fast. Wow. Oh, Morphling went straight for the Ghost Scepter. Oh, as Centaur takes out Shadow Demon top. And then takes out someone else. I'm sorry, I totally missed those kills.
Much kill,
But
such wow.
Morphling is not going for Lincoln Sphere. He picked up the Gold Scepter straight away. He's rushing hard into that shotgun Morphling build.
I mean, I wouldn't want to be
Centaur
shotgun in the
coming around
face.
for Morphling. He's got to see this is coming. He needs to get out.
He's got a
Oh, he
replicant.
just, of course, morphs right to the replicant. So much nobility on this Hehe lineup, and they are using it excellently.
I mean, when you think about it, replicate, if used properly, is kind of like just a massively upgraded version of Weaver's ult. And Weaver's ult is often thought to be absolutely amazing, but imagine if instead of going back 4 seconds and avoiding damage, you could just get to the other side of the map.
People often throw out Weaver's ult as sort of the best escape in the game, but isn't Replicant even better? Because you can also use it to farm, and you can use it to be anywhere on the map you want.
Yeah, I think it is. I mean, you've got no. It's also just pretty much instant cast.
There's a Roche attempt going on for Empire. They have the wards on. Roche is very low, less than 2,000 gold. Although looks like Hehe is going to try to contest it. There's a lot of heroes though, and the wards are still going on this Roshan. They need to get in there fast. Bat Rider goes in. 500 health for Roshan.
Shallow Grave is being used.
Steal it? Nope. Centaur War Runner ult comes out. Big stuns. Takes out so many low on Empire, but not sure if there's going to be any kills. Oh, Morphling starts mopping up. 2 dead. He's in trouble. Pops the Aegis. Oh, but the Io comes in to heal up Morphling, and he might actually get out of here. 90 health on Morphling, and he falls. Oh, he waveforms out. He used the Ethereal Blade. And he morphs to the Replicant. He's headed it through the river. Dazzle wants him. He's doesn't have enough mana. He's hoping for a rune top, but there's not gonna be anything there. But they can't catch him. Morphling gets out. Wow.
That hero. Currently sitting, I just want to throw this out there, on 120 strength and 34 agility. He was using every escape.
500 health.
Every escape in the book.
He has 2,500 health, and this is 15 minutes into the game. Centaur War Runner has 1,500 health.
I mean, I think this has turned into now, can Empire, come up with something quickly enough to respond to this novel play by Hehe in time.
Although Empire is making their way back into this game. Stun on Bat Rider top. Centaur uses the ult to try to keep him down. Bat Rider flame break, but Lycan comes in, he'll be dead.
Oh dear.
Io TP'd in to try to help. Morphling's up here too, they could be in trouble. But everyone just backs up. Shadow Demon's coming in from the east. Io's already very low. Those wolves doing a lot of work on him. Disruption to save the Io. And now Lycan's in trouble. But Io just takes him and Morphling out. Shadow Demon may be the designated sacrifice there, yep.
Wise choice, I think.
They're going for the kills here on bottom. Shadow Demon very low. They're trying to scout him out with the balls, but they can't quite find him. Oh, Morphling's gonna run into him here in the woods. He takes him down. Puck does manage to escape, and the tower is very low. They should be able to deny it here. Yep. Oh, 4 to 5 was not really. Oh, but they're pushing top 2. Is Empire going to be able to get 2 towers out of this? Not clear. Puck has an invis rune. He's heading bottom. I think he's been spotted out though by a Hehe, so they should see him coming. Although, oh, Io wants to TP out. No, and they are able to get the tower top. Big AA ult coming in. It's gonna hit Lycan. Not sure if anything's gonna come from it here. Puck is making his way up towards this Morphling. Shadow Demon heading in from the other direction. We'll see if anything happens there.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
And with both those towers, Hehe has managed to take the gold lead. I mean, Empire, sorry. Very slight, less than 1,000, but it's there. And leading in XP too.
Morphling, top lane, tier 2.
For Empire.
Bot lane, sorry.
Replicants away.
Oh. They had a good deal of stun there.
Yeah. They definitely, and they put a lot of work into setting that up too. They had Puck with an invis rune, slowly making his way up that lane, and a lot of lockdown coming in, so space created, I guess, from Morphling.
Dire's middle tower.
And they're going to push this middle lane, but Puck's on his way in, should mop up the creep wave pretty quickly.
I mean, I think Morphling was an amazing pick here for Hehe. I think it just meshes so well with what they're trying to do. He's very mobile himself. He's a ridiculously hard carry once farmed. With this rushing shotgun, he can do amazing things if he gets quickly dropped in by Io.
But you see, here's the problem I see. Yes, the IO6 was a good trick, and it worked and helped them dominate early the game with that early 6. But Puck already has his Blink Dagger up. He got great farm in that lane. I'm not sold on the sacrifice mid strategy.
So you don't like
I don't know.
Pudge?
We'll see.
I mean, don't.
I don't pick a lot of Pudge. But fair point.
I mean, that's the thing, though. I mean, it worked for them. He got kills mid. I think against, as I said, I think they've done an amazing thing to going against a team where they are expected to lose.
They put so much work into that illusion. Oh man, they really wrecked that Shadow Demon illusion so hard.
Radiant's bottom tower is under siege.
That's one of those. Oh, and they have, but for the record, they do have the Coco Courier. Empire does. So, big fan of the Coco Courier right now. Whoa, big Centaur ult stun takes out 2. Wow, a lot of burst damage with Centaur and Puck. Morphling's in a little bit of trouble here. He's got waveform in 5, should be able to get out fine. But he's gonna be taken down a lot by that urn. Ooh, but Puck TP's in. Wants to silence.
Oh,
got
the
silence
silence
off, so he can't waveform out. But should be able to get into tier 2. But AA is down. IO buys back. This early Blink Dagger from Puck is definitely coming into play here.
A quick look at the XP and gold graphs is quite interesting.
Oh yeah, definitely very much falling apart very quickly for Hehe.
I do love the strategy though.
Vlad's and his medallion up, and he's almost got enough for the Necronomicon level 1. Centaur, does Centaur have his blink coming out? Oh no, Centaur I believe is going for pipe, yeah, and he has his full pipe coming out. Not, and he already has his blink, I'm sorry, I missed that. See, this is the thing, once the laning phase is over, what is Hehe going to do when Empire groups up? That's just a lot of team fight and a lot of control. Batrider blinks in, but Puck silences him back. Can't go for the lasso. AA ult about to fly in, but hits nobody. Batrider's in a lot of trouble here. Good disruption to save Batrider from the Centaur stun. Morphling just waveform through everybody. Shallow grave out on Centaur. Io's about to come back in, but the kills are just flowing in for Empire. And they're going to take out Io as soon as he comes back in. Morphling was able to get out to his replicant, but they just don't have the team fight. They need the Batrider initiation for it to work, but Puck with his blink and all that mobility is doing a great job to silence him every time he tries to go for it. And Empire's just going to push down this mid lane and take tier 2. I don't really know what he's going to do about it.
I mean, do you remember what I was saying before in one of the earlier games about... I know Batrider isn't a support, I know other people aren't supports, but there are some times when you get teams when it feels like there are just too many supports, even if technically they're not supports. Hehe strikes me as that. I think their hope was to dominate early game and use that to buy themselves enough space to farm up Morphling. And I mean, they haven't been stopped from doing that, but I think you're right. They need something else for the mid game. They're strong early and they're strong late.
Yep.
Mid game's going to be very tricky.
Batrider, I guess, it is that. He was their mid game. And they really relied on him, but really I would say mainly from the good play of Puck, they just haven't really been able to use that lasso to execute in team fights. And with this basically it's really a very strong dual core, no semi-carry other than Batrider. Yeah, no, I don't know what to say.
Yeah. But I mean, it could have worked so well. Imagine if they'd had a Viper in there or something, or a Centaur. Actually, I could see that working quite well for them.
I mean, Centaur maybe. I could see Centaur worked, and I could understand that. But let's say they had went with the Viper. Oh, I'm sorry. So they do get the lasso on here on Puck. Dazzle ult flies in, but AA ult's flying in. He phase shifts just in time to be hit by the AA ult, but he's gonna blink away. And he's gonna try to phase shift in, blinks up. And he'll be fine. Pops a region rune. Io, I hear a relocate coming. Looks like Io's going to be coming in. I'm not sure where he's headed. I think he canceled it. Oh, he's coming back. Oh, right on top of Shadow Shaman and Puck.
Most unfortunate.
Boy. Shackle, illusionary orb. Centaur should be able to take him out here. Yeah.
Double edge there just for
Sure
fun.
what the plan was exactly from IO. Didn't really blink into anyone, or maybe was he coming back or something? I'm not sure what happened. And now Empire's just gonna and as soon as Batrider goes to lasso somebody, hexed by Shadow Shaman, so much burst damage, godlike streak from Mag here. They are rolling through Hehe. Empire, please have mercy, is not having a lot of mercy, gets killed right outside of his fountain.
Dire's courier has fallen.
This looks to be game.
Just thrown out though.
Does fall.
Morphling is 8 for 0.
Radiant's
I mean,
Morphling's had a great game.
yeah, it's a lack of these semi-characters. Viper was maybe a silly suggestion. Maybe some kind of solo, like a lone druid. No, that's too
Or
late
a
game.
Timbersaw.
Or a Timbersaw, yeah.
Bristleback,
Timbersaw would be good,
a
Bristleback would be good,
traditional
Weaver,
strength
Doom.
off lane.
Because Doom I think
Batrider
can
was
solo.
great, but his Empire have done such a good job at countering the Batrider initiation. Every
Yep.
time he's blinked in to try to get a lasso off, he's immediately been either silenced or hexed. Every time, and it's partially due to these very early blink daggers on both Mag and Puck. They really use their mobility not so much to gank, but to always have the right person in the right place when they get initiated on.
Yeah, it was counter gank. It
Great
was
play for
wonderful,
both those
wonderful
guys.
counter gank.
Yeah. Mobility is not just about moving around the map. It's also about being able to have exactly the positioning you want in team fights and counter initiations.
I don't think I've seen Centaur do a stun this game, which hasn't hit at least 2 people.
That's a great point. Mag has been, well, you know, his KDA, I guess, though I always say KDA does not equal contribution. If it did, then it would be about right. Because
Support
he's
player.
had a very excellent game. Centaur, just IO's there trying to take up a creep wave, and Centaur says no. Bad IO. Maybe a slightly egregious use of his ult for the single IO kill, but there's, I suppose, some justice in it.
I mean, I love this. I'm going to start trying to get somebody on our team to start playing an IO mid, because I think that has so
I
much
really
potential.
Like what they did.
If only for taking people by
I mean,
surprise.
you point to the Batrider pick, and I think that could have been the problem. I think the Batrider pick could have worked if Empire hadn't dealt with it so masterfully. But yeah, they do need a semi carry, and Batrider can fill that role, but he just does not have, as Roshan falls to Empire, he just does not have the damage output to make it happen. I don't know.
The other thing I'd
Maybe-
say,
I guess I say Timbersaw, Bristleback, maybe a Slark could also have been great. Would have fit great with their sort of mobile, roam the map, ganking lineup. I would have loved to see a solo safe lane Slark. Slark's great solo on solo.
I mean, the thing that surprises me about the Batrider as well is, I've been saying the whole game, I love what he have done here to try and take on a team who they are expecting to play better than them. So they're trying to surprise them, and they're doing an amazing job of it, and that's hard to do
And they did that, yeah.
hugely. But then they pick Batrider, where the entire point of Batrider is you've got to be more skilled than your opponent, because
Sure.
he's not that good, in my opinion, except with his team.
Oh, a lot of
No, no, no.
people coming on here from Grumble.
I'm not saying I don't like the hero. I'm saying I don't like him, just him. I love him with a team.
I
And
actually, well, see, I totally agree with you. As someone who plays Batrider a lot, you can have a game where you do everything right as Batrider, but if your team is not on the same level, then it will mean absolutely nothing, and you will just feed.
yeah,
I have
and
to
you'll
say
feed.
you're right.
So what they've done is they've had this beautiful strategy worked out for taking on people of higher skill level, and then they've picked someone who people of higher skill level will almost always counter by, you know, they've got stuns, they've got lockdown. Every time he blinks in, he gets shut down.
Big fight breaking at the top. Batrider just falls immediately, as does IO. They've shackled up Shadow Demon. It's going to be everyone dead. Morphling still alive. Maybe he can get out to a replicant here, I'm not sure. But I think he's just dead.
Oh, and the Morphling dies!
And, they
And the
call it.
GG is called.
I think the more I think about it, the more I feel like the Slark pick would have worked. I think it would have fit in perfectly with their lineup and would have given them the type of exactly the right sort of peak time carry that they could have used.
I might go
But
Timber,
still,
but that might be a little bit too late coming online. I'm not sure.
yeah.
Or Clockwork maybe.
I will
I don't know.
say, despite the loss, very, very impressive game from Hehe. Lots of fun to watch. Excellent use of their heroes. Executed perfectly, except the Batrider could just not get it done in the mid-game fights at all. But
Absolutely.
I'm not sure that you can really blame Batrider for that. I don't think it was his fault per se.
Absolutely. Oh, whoops! I just left davidy all alone. Whoops. We're gonna have to hear his goodbye later, I guess. Sorry, davidy. Anybody watching out there, please check us out for the next game as well. I'm probably just gonna keep my stream going here. But yeah, we'll be coming online. Everybody's just joining in now. I should probably send davidy a message. Just give me one moment, please. Anybody watching? And yeah, I'm not sure if anybody was watching davidy's stream, but hopefully his issues are resolved and everything's fine. Just getting... Hurry up, davidy, hurry up. There we go. Wonderful, here he is. And as we're saying, he's being allowed to... Yep. Not being allowed to. He's taken over the primary cast because he's just got his stream working enough to be casting these games. So I would definitely suggest everybody head over there and subscribe to him as well. He's great. He's my co-caster anyway. So if you like me, you'll probably like him. And yeah, we are just really itching fingers here, waiting to get on. There's no real reason to not be going now, unfortunately. Just because the teams are here. They've got their casters. Oh no! Oh no! He'd just done it. He just customized it and then I changed it. I'm sure he'll have time to change that back for the benefit of anybody watching on Dota TV. Yeah, they shouldn't really do that. I think the person whose channel it is should be in charge of what it says and what the flag is and stuff like that. Yeah, we are just waiting for a couple of... There we go. He's got it all fixed. Looks like people are just about getting in here. We've got a broadcast slot missing, but I don't think they're gonna be holding the game up just for the benefit of that broadcast slot. As I maybe have said before, we are... yeah, I'm just going to be trying at the moment to just keep my stream running in between matches like this. Normally I stop it because it occasionally crashes, but I'm hoping that won't happen. Yeah, this should be fine. It worked yesterday anyway, so fingers crossed. Let me see now. I need to do a little bit of stuff here. Sorry guys, just doing a little bit of admin and curating and stuff like that. Anybody got something to say? Pop it in the chat. I'm all ears. Popping another tweet out so that the Twitter sphere, I think it's called. Is it the Twitter sphere? The Twitter sphere knows what's going on. Yep, all more tea. There's been a lot of tea drinking going on in the lobbies recently. Hehe already, Empire already, and we're in. If the stream crashes, by the way, guys, which if it's going to, it will do in a sec, I will just load Dota straight up and we'll be back in within the minute, so please don't go away.
All right. Am I good to go to start a stream?
Yep, I'm good. I've actually been just keeping mine on recently. I think I've got over that
great.
crashing
Okay.
problem.
I'm going to go ahead and start now.
Wilco.
All right. So we are online. Hello and welcome to everybody here. So excited for Game 2 after a very fun and a very interesting Game 1. Hope to see more from Hehe. Empire did take the first game, but not without quite a fight. Quite an exciting series of constant fights, actually, from Hehe with their IO mid pick. The Pudge IO, we're going to call it.
I am, yeah. If I can't convince someone to play IO mid and work up that skill set, then I'm gonna start doing it. It's that simple.
AA ban from Hehe, followed by Dazzle. This is such a CIS draft. So much Batrider and AA and Dazzle.
Yeah.
Crazy Easterners.
I don't know. I also feel it's quite a strange thing. I think that you often see when you got two games like this, you often see the pickups from the first game be banned immediately in the second game, and I don't really agree with it. It feels.
I'm with you.
It feels instinctive, and if anything, you should have just learned how to counter that. Particularly with the support bans, I think, because.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, I don't know.
Interestingly, Hehe banning the hero that they played, and Empire banning the hero that they played. So not quite the traditional way that you think of that sort of reactive Dota. Ooh, it's a quick disconnect from Empire, but hopefully he'll be back.
That's
Nyx
very
and
true.
Invoker also banned out. Visage picked up first by Hehe. Still no Invoker, although you did finally get to see your Lycan. So
Yay.
did he justify his emphasis to you, or are you still suspicious?
No, I'm still suspicious.
All right, okay.
Definitely.
Well, he wasn't really the star of that game. I think we can all agree on that. Quick Batrider Lycan combo picked up by Empire, though. Interesting.
That I can see being scary. I also noticed a lack of Basher on Lycan, which I didn't like. I think that's a key item.
I think it will be very interesting to see as he sort of settles into the meta. I think that hero's going to change a lot in what's expected out of him. We'll see. Ember Spirit picked up by Hehe, another very ganking focused mid. It's weird to think of IO as a very ganking focused mid. But the way they played him, similar to how you would traditionally play an Ember Spirit.
Yeah, very true, very true. I think my problem with Lycan is I don't think he's a good mid. He doesn't work in the jungle. I don't think he's late game enough for a late game carry. He certainly can't support. I'm happy with him as a solo offlaner if you can do it. That's kind of my final word on Lycan.
I think he's good as a tri-lane carry. I mean,
aggressive tri-lane maybe.
What about? I mean, would you? I think he's equally as hard of a carry as say a Sven. I think he's maybe not quite as hard, but roughly in that same category. Do you disagree?
I think it's actually a very, very good comparison now I think about it, given that they've both got a kind of god mode ult, which they turn on.
Right, right.
Yeah, maybe I am being too harsh on Lycan in that, certain lineups he works. He's early game, is what I'm saying. So I don't like him in the safe lane carry, because that's where I want to put my late game. Because that's where I want... But, yeah, I guess. I mean, he certainly scales, which is what you want from the late game carry.
Sure.
Maybe I'm just used to seeing jungle Lycans and then Lycans played pushing Lycans, and
if anyone out here is watching and working on improving their Dota, never play anyone that is not a support in the jungle unless it's maybe a Doom and you have a good reason to do it, because especially the new 6.79 jungle, the farm is just not worth it. And I see the same thing. People try to play Lycan in the jungle, and he can jungle. He's a tough jungler, but he can do it. And they just don't come online early enough. It just doesn't happen.
Yep, absolutely true. Maybe that's my problem with Lycan.
Storm Spirit, Shadow Demon, Slark bans. Rubik picked up by Empire. Yeah, and that's a very understandable. Rubik picked up by Empire. There's very few drafts where adding a Rubik doesn't seem like a good idea.
Yeah.
Would you say the most versatile hero? The most, if you had to pick a fifth and you hadn't seen the draft, other than you needed a support, and you know nothing about it, wouldn't you pick Rubik every time?
Yes. Yes, I probably would. I don't think he's the most versatile hero. I think that would go to Invoker.
Oh, really? Okay, that's true. Well, most versatile support.
Other than Invoker, yes. He definitely is. He's got your stun, he's got an awesome aura, he's got a little bit of bouncy, chainy nuke, which is good for early harass.
Right, push or team fight.
I mean,
or counter push.
He'll either be useless in a game, or kind of good in a game, or absolutely incredible in a game. I don't play him. It always seems to me a tricky idea to be stealing the spells you want and not the ones you don't, if you know what I mean. But I've seen games where he's crushed. So yeah, go Grand Magus.
Grand Magus. Earthshaker pick up by Hehe, another interesting team combo. Ember Spirit, of course, relatively comfortable with Earthshaker being able to use his remnants to go over and across the blocks by Earthshaker, so not a surprising pickup necessarily there. Not sure exactly how Hehe is going to lane this. We're assuming it's going to be Visage and Earthshaker in a tri-lane. Earthshaker very good against off lanes that don't have leaps or blinks as escapes. People like Bristleback, people like a Centaur Warrunner to some extent. So maybe to some extent trying to blark, since we have seen a lot of Centaur, especially again from the CIS teams. Perhaps it's something along those lines, but we'll see.
Yeah, could be. I'm a huge fan of Earthshaker. I think it's ridiculous what he can do. He's just mad. The stun is amazing from level 1. Just amazing. You can do ridiculous, silly things with it as well. His ults
are picked up by Empire.
Earthshaker OP.
Yeah, Earthshaker's great. Yeah, I really like to run him in my PL Coddle tri lanes because being very mana dependent with Coddle there as a mana battery, you can do some crazy stuff in those lanes.
Yep. How many clarities do you think this Earthshaker is going to start the game with?
10 seconds.
How many do you think? You're the Earthshaker expert. Let's test your Earthshaker reading knowledge. At the end of the draft, we'll be curious to see what your guess is, and then we'll see if it's right or not.
I mean, I'm assuming there won't be a Kotl or a CM. That might change things a little bit, but I would say at least 2.
Sure.
Depending on what they want.
Okay, I think that's too easy.
Yeah, too easy. Oh, could be more.
Alright,
could potentially be more.
I really do like the Silencer pickup, though, from Empire. Another hero that's very good at countering, I think, Hehe's lineup. A lot of sort of quick initiation, chain initiation with Earthshaker and Ember Spirit. Silencer could be a great hero to try to have them sort of jump in and then find themselves incapable of actually doing anything they needed it to be. So, more of that medicine towards Hehe, which I'm sure they'll be happy to see. Although the Venomancer does get picked up by Hehe, so I think that's, they banned it out in the first stage, so clearly they value it.
Oh no.
A pretty good amount of control, I would say, for both teams. Ember Spirit does have the chains, Earthshaker stun, they have Rubik and with his lift, and Batrider with his lasso and flame break. I think it's neither team also really committing that hard to any one strategy. Both have very flexible lineups, I would say. Empire did sort of have a push thing going, but Silencer doesn't really fit in that. He had a very sort of ganking focused lineup, but Veno, maybe in lane, but not so much around the map. Not very mobile hero, doesn't usually pick up Blink early. But we'll see. Definitely, no one's showing their cards yet. Perhaps we got to pick up a lot from this last pick. Hehe bans out the Puck. Empire takes out the Elder Titan. Both teams may be looking for a mid, although it could be Silencer or Batrider mid for Empire. Probably the Ember Spirit mid, so maybe that more of an offlane looking ban. But could also be Ember Spirit as the carry. Mirana, another very flexible hero picked up by Empire. Both teams not really committing hard to a strategy, although Empire does have a very good sort of global initiation strategy with the Mirana, Invis, and then Silencer Silence. Batrider to jump in. Could be a very strong initiation from Empire. So I wouldn't be surprised if we see a good counter initiation hero picked up from Hehe, although Silencer is sort of the ultimate counter initiation counter, so we'll see what they go for.
Yeah, very true.
Who do you think Hehe should go for here, Grumble?
I don't know. I'm picking up the
Reserve time.
I really don't know. Oh
the
god,
Wind Ranger.
it wouldn't have been Wind Ranger. We've got hashtag too many supports.
From Hehe.
It's too many supports again. It's the same problem as last time.
This
I think
is what,
I want to say they've
fourth
got
game in a row that we've casted where one team just has a lot of supports. Has any of those teams ever won?
no. That's the thing. When I first started saying this, I was thinking, maybe I'm just missing something obvious. Maybe I'm not getting it. Maybe it's more than I'm thinking. But all 4 teams, when my gut's been telling me this, have lost. It's literally that simple. If you look at Empire, there'll be
Ember Spirit isn't even that hard of a carry.
yeah, I would agree. I mean, they've got potentially amazing push. I was going to say before what you were saying. I assume Hehe are going push with the added option of a bit of gank. With Veno, with Wind Ranger, Ember Spirit can push, Visage can push. If you're doing a push strat, Earthshaker can
I
help.
don't think of Earthshaker as a pusher, or at least not per se.
Well, what if they're doing? Okay, they're on Dire, so it's tricky. Yeah, if they were on Radiant, I'd actually expect that we were getting the the creep stash tactic with Earthshaker, where you cut down some trees on the off lane and you just stack it.
Both GGHF coming out from HWA on
GGHF.
Hopefully that was just a typo and he was not either being brash or immediately resigned to his fate.
I like the attitude he has.
Vinwinger and Venomancer both are supports that can carry and can scale very, very well. They find the Batrider here in the jungle, quick blink out, Wind Ranger Shackle, Ember Spirit puts the chain on, Rubik lifts the Ember Spirit, stuns him into the Earthshaker. Batrider, though, goes for the tango, gets caught up in the trees. Earthshaker's going to find him.
30 seconds.
Ember Spirit has changed in 2, 1. Is he going to be able to get in range? Uh-oh. Fissure, chain should be coming out. And Visage Nuke takes out the Batrider. And that was before creeps even spawned. So Empire's going to get a kill and get a chance to walk back into the lane. I'm sorry, not Empire. He. So would you like to most awkward?
Hope you like bloodbath.
Right.
Would you like to introduce Hehe on the back of that interesting all chat?
I will. There was also some interesting earlier all chat where HWA was saying, "I loves me tea, hugs teapot." Right. Introducing.
Some chat in the lobby about him always getting tea right before the games, make everyone else wait.
Yeah. Right. So Hehe, most awkward first blood in the world. A moment there on Earthshaker. I was about to say atonement. Relo on the Wind Ranger. Got a fair few items for her. I've lost her. Yeah, Visage there. We got Chip on the Visage. No items on him. Ember Spirit is HWA, so I'm expecting good things out of him. I really am. I think he's going to be the. He pretty much has to be.
HWA
the
on
hope.
the IO last game?
No, he was not. That was Nihis.
Okay.
Where's he at? He's up on the Veno this game.
Are you getting a thing where you can't see HWA's name above his hero? Because I just get an Ember Spirit and then a blank arrow comes out from Ron and misses Ember Spirit.
I'm not, but I can tell he's done some unusual formatting things there. Like if you know, what I can see is it's not in the usual font. So he's done some.
Yeah.
This is custom Dota.
I think. His Visage takes out the Rubik. Did not see that coming.
But I mean,
I think the Linux client know like HWA font. Anyway, I'll introduce Empire real quick, and then we get back to the analysis. We have a resolution here mid on the Mirana, taking a little bit of harass in the Ember Spirit. Then on the top lane, we have Silent on the Lycan, along with Van Score on the Silencers, so dual lanes coming out. And then on the bottom lane, we have Batrider, played by Mag, and Rubik, played by Always Wanna Fly, coming up against the dual lanes off lane of Visage and Wind Ranger. Earthshaker is headed back down to lane. So we got some good fun facts coming here from Varsity. Definitely extra fun considering we have our resident Lycan hater here in Grumble Duke here to grumble at everyone. Empire is following the last game is now 10 for 10 with Lycan. So every game Empire has played in the history of Empire with Lycan, they have won.
Good. Grand. The more we talk about it, the more I'm thinking, yeah, okay, occasionally. I don't like him in the heavy carry, and I don't see him somewhere else.
Top tower is being
I have him in the off lane, dual lane here. Very interesting lanes coming out from Empire. I always want to fly is under a lot of pressure. They are just completely zoned this Batrider and Rubik out of lane. And they're diving him tier 1, and they're going to kill Rubik. Oh, quick lift just to keep him alive there. But now Resolution's in a bit of trouble. Searing Chains comes out. He goes for the kill on Earthshaker, but then he'll get returned back. He leaped in to finish that off, but with the quick fissure coming out from Earthshaker there was no way he was getting out. So he putting a ton of pressure on this bottom lane. They've just constantly been zoning everybody out. So using their 3 supports early in that one lane, basically, to really dominate it.
Oh yeah, good job from them. I mean, but looking at the teams, you could have called that Hehe were going to win early game, ages ago. They've picked a whole team of supports. That's what you do.
Right.
I also think that prettiest hero on the map has got to go out to Vantagore's Silencer. If you want to go and have a quick look for your stream.
I was just looking at that, and I was hoping you were going to say that because it is beautiful.
Oh yeah.
That's a nice hero. I'm liking that. I love the shield. I love the helmet. I actually have that helmet, and it's a really cool helmet. I'm definitely digging the Silencer.
What I like as well is it's a mashup of a few different sets.
Yeah, it's always better to have unique, original combinations.
Hashtag my hobo kunka.
Lycan farming very well on this top lane, but so is WindRanger on this bottom lane. Lycan with 29. Mid lane definitely going in the way of Mirana. As Visage takes out another, I just cannot keep this Visage in vision. He's getting some of the kills. He's there again. Hehe going with his very rotation-focused early game lineup. Hehe is executing so well in their rotations, and they do not need 4 supports to turn this great execution into kills. They could be doing the same thing with another good carry on their team. And I think they're just wasting talent going for these sort of fun drafts, silly drafts really, when they could be using them to have a real chance to win these games.
I agree. I mean, I think that it's why I was suggesting Viper last time, although I don't think he would have been the best, just because he's amazing if you're going gank heavy, and he can scale. You can definitely, especially if you're trying to end things early, and if you can finish it within 40 minutes, Viper's useful the whole game. He's definitely petering off towards the end, but he's still useful.
Down to this bottom lane, and it looks like Batrider has entirely moved into the jungle. He's doing quite well on last hits here. I'm going to take a quick peek at the net worth to see if that's actually working out. And he is right behind Lycan in net worth, just 200 gold behind Lycan, so farming quite well. But so is the WindRanger. Net worth actually relatively even here in this mid lane.
Another gank going on top.
When you look at the last... Thank you. Yeah, it looks like Lycan's going to fall here. This Visage is just making it happen. More great stats coming out here from Varsity. That Batrider is the second most picked hero by Empire, so definitely a hero that they will be very happy to continue to run with. He's farming well, Lycan's farming well, although again the early kills from Hehe I think part of it is that if Hehe's going to go with this support strategy, which I still think is a bad idea, but if they're going to do it, they need to turn these kills into towers. That was kind of their problem last game. They got a lot of kills, but they weren't actually able to transfer it into any buildings. And once the mid-game rolled around, as Resolution gets gone on by the Searing Chains and Visage rolls in, that Visage is just a death machine. Rift Spirit throws out the remnants, but misses Mirana. Throttles up, should be fine. Rubik looping around. I think Visage has seen him, and Visage going for the Rubik. Rubik puts out a quick ward. He lifts the Visage. Ember Spirit is coming in. Arrow just barely misses the Visage, and now Ember Spirit's going in for Rubik. He's going to try to TP out. Shackle from WindRanger coming in. Resolution takes out the Visage. Will try to TP out herself, but falls to the power shot. The addition of WindRanger really making the difference there and making that 2-for-1 happen.
Yeah, I mean... Wow. When you go into a team fight and it just happens to be in a place, given where you are, where the trees are, where WindRanger is, that she can get off that perfect shackle just as you're about to escape.
That shackle was so... lucky, I guess, is the wrong term, but
I don't.
difficult to hit with the trees. I'm not quite sure how she got the angle right, but she did.
I don't think lucky is entirely the wrong word. Let me just say that. I mean,
Entirely the wrong word.
it was a bit. It was luck in terms of having that situation, actually executing it, as you say,
Van
with the
Score's in a lot of
angles.
trouble in this bottom lane. They
Definitely
throw
so.
out the Visage, Fissure, and Visage Nuke. Visage is just murdering everyone out here. Visage already 5 for 1 for Hehe.
With a casual 3 assists. So he's been involved in every
Casual
kill.
3 assists.
He's been involved in
kill
every single
basically has
kill.
been Visage. And every time he rolls into a lane, you can just feel it coming. Like, oh boy, here comes Visage. Empire, even though they don't have the supports and they haven't necessarily been winning the lanes, been getting killed, still has a 200 gold lead and close to a 500 XP lead. So again, lots of kills early for Hehe, but just haste arrow. Lycan's ulted, Nihis is gonna fall here in this top lane. That happened fast. I was in the my camera just happened to be in the right case because it happened way faster than anything I could do about it.
We've got I Want to Fly wants to come up behind HWA here.
More TP's coming in though. Mirana doesn't have an arrow. HWA is just gonna walk out. Yeah, Empire definitely needs to back up. Mirana ult comes out. Very good Mirana ult.
Oh,
But again, don't want to say lucky, but a very well
That was skill.
placed searing arrows. But Visage is gonna get gone out here. Quick kill with 3 heroes top for Empire, and Mirana arrow falls out, hits the Wind Ranger. Bat Rider lassos her, tries to bring her in, but then Searing chains out from her, but Wind Ranger still falls. More TP's coming top. This top lane has been the most violent game in a 2-game series that I maybe have ever seen.
this is probably my favorite game of the JDL so far. These two, just because he are doing such crazy stuff, and it's working, and then it doesn't, and then it does, and then it doesn't, and then it does.
Empire getting, I'm sorry, Vanscore getting a little bit of actual farm down here in the bottom lane though. He's up to level 6. One question I have for you, Grumble, although it looks like Earthshaker's about to be gone in his Lycan. No, he just backs up and doesn't want to go past the tower. Quick fissure, full time from Earthshaker, but he's low. He needs help down this lane. Okay, Visage is rotating in, but so is Mirana. Now Visage looks to be heading bottom for that silencer.
He's grabbing the rune, I think. Yeah, and then
Picks up the
head.
regen rune. Silencer should be able to feel this.
Oh, he is heading
Yes,
bot. You're
starting
right.
to back up a little bit. Yeah, the silencer was up by the tower there for a second, and he was like, I want some silencer. Oh nope, silencer's going back in. He doesn't see Visage. He's smoked up. He's got the familiars. Now he chooses to back up here. Visage is still smoked up. Creep wave's a long way away, and it looks like Vanscore's going to be all right. But let's see. Visage is looping around the back. Wind Ranger's there. He's coming through the tree line. Yep. Throws out the slow. Silencer puts the last word. Shackle hits, and another kill for Visage.
He's doing a very good job. He's doing an amazing job this game.
You could now. Oh, okay. Wow. Couldn't even comment on it fast, but Lycan was able to kill Rubik there. I'm sorry, Venomancer. I say Rubik because Rubik stole Venomancer's ward and was engaging him in a war battle that I think Rubik was actually winning.
Yes,
So,
he was.
Rubik Venomancer wards are one of the best abilities for Rubik to steal. Very strong ability and very good on a hero that you don't necessarily expect it coming out from. So flexible.
You know what I want to get one day?
Now bottom falls. Oh, go ahead.
Random ability draft with Veno wards and Warpath. Because they got something like a 5-second cooldown and 20 mana
Rubik's
cost.
able to TP out. Well, what you really want on that subject is Warpath, Venom Awards, Shikuchi, and then Lena's passive, whatever that one's
Yes,
called.
Fiery Soul.
Fiery Soul. That is, I've had the Shikuchi Fiery Soul combo, and that is just ridiculously good.
Ouch, I can see that. Anyway, random ability
Push
draft.
going down here middle, Lycan wailing on this tower. It looks like they're going to be able to get it. Fissure blocked off the creeps, but not all of them. Middle tower's going to fall.
I think my
Lines being drawn out. Looks like Batrider wants to gank around the back of the tier 2. Get a quick pause. Go right ahead, Crumble.
I think my heroes of the match this game have got to be the Earthshaker and the Wind Ranger. There was one wonderful
How could it
fissure.
not be Visage? How can it not be Visage?
Visage is doing a great job. He's getting the kills, but like you were saying before, you know, kills, deaths, assists is not the counter. He's doing a good job. He's rotating well, but the Earthshaker. Maybe I'm just noticing this because it's reputedly a difficult skill, but he is landing perfect fissures.
There was all chat here from Empire.
There was an amazing one earlier. Oh, action!
Big fight going on here. Empire. So Mirana ult, but Lycan's locked in. And he's going to fall to the AoE damage of the Ember Spirit. There's actually
Sentry Ward popped as well.
Great segue to the question I wanted to. Oh, good point. Thank you. This is a great question I wanted to ask you about earlier. Waiting a chance. I want to ask you now because Resolution is just about to be level 11. He got his ult at level 6. Instead of waiting for level 11, like Mini suggests, I am actually a really big fan of. Oh, as Arrow just barely misses the Ember Spirit. Although Wind Ranger's in a little bit of trouble here. She's got phase boots. She should be okay. Although the Courier's walking in. Ember Spirit's coming behind Resolution though here. Bat Rider does come in, lassos the Wind Ranger. Wind Ranger mechs up. Oh, and she does fall, just barely, after throwing out the shackle. Although, it looks like Empire's just going to try to back up. He got his arrow flies, misses. Mirana got her ult at 6 instead of 11, which I'm a big fan of. What do you think of that, Grumble?
I'm a big fan. I think in this game it would have been essential for them anyway, because they're going so early. You know, I mean, as I say, Lycan not a late game carry, but yeah, it's amazing. I mean, even if all you're doing is forcing.
Consensus is to wait.
I don't get it.
Go ahead, sorry.
Oh no, I was just gonna say, even if all you're doing is forcing them to carry, to carry dust, you're saving anyone on the team once. If they don't carry dust. I don't get it.
I think part of it is that, especially at high levels, of course, you want to use the Mirana ult to initiate instead of escape, which is a totally fair point.
True.
You want to save it for that.
Very
but
true.
Even in the lane stage, it is a great escape that you can use to save anyone in any lane. I don't know. Someone who's much better than me will have to explain this to me one day.
Also, I mean,
Gale and ult hits both Mirana and Bat Rider. Bat Rider's going to fall, but Mirana should be able to TP out.
It's also, I mean, pick a ganky mid. Pick a ganky mid, and then you no longer need to worry about being spotted out if you're trying to gank side lanes, which is always a problem.
Yeah.
You know, if you watch any halfway decent team, if they can get a gank off on a side lane by their mid, when their mid isn't seen coming in, it's a kill. Right? I mean, okay, maybe they notice a missing and they call it well and all the rest of it. But if you manage to get it,
catches out Lycan, but he should be fine. Wolves trying to take on this tower. Earthshaker is able to deny it, but now Wolves go to work on Earthshaker, and his health is falling fast to the Lycan Wolves and the Rubik wards. Lavena wards, but the Rubik wards. So more of what I think we saw in the first game. Lots of early kills for Hehe, but only got 1 power out of it and already down 3 towers. So I think we're gonna see Grumble is chastising of the all support teams coming more true.
Yeah, I mean,
Spirit blinks in global silence from Vanscore. Mirana ult as well. All the global ults popped. Looks like everyone's gonna walk out. Okay, Earthshaker is low, Wind Ranger is low, but Wind Ranger is TPing back. Sorry, go ahead, Grumble.
yeah, I mean, I'm in kind of a win-win situation. If Empire win, then I get to say, oh yeah, see, 4 supports. If Hehe win, then I get to see, oh yeah, see, Lycan's not so good. So I'm in a win-win here.
As Ember Spirit takes out the Rubik, which I did miss. These are 2 very fast-paced games. Mirana is stuck out here a little bit. I think she may have just headed to the no. Arrow hits Wind Ranger just in time, although Visage stun falls, hits Lycan.
I think they're both
Phaser
out
hits
now.
him too, but he should be okay. Lycan stops right in the middle of the lane. Not sure what he was waiting on there, but should be okay. He's able to just walk out to the other side. He's probably just going to push his top lane a little bit. He does have a TP if he really wants to get out. Can have his ult in 45 seconds.
The warding situation's interesting. Not a single defensive ward up for either team, but both teams have very aggressive ones.
A very good point. Very good point.
Admittedly, Empire only have 1.
Like this is a CIS game. Which I mean in the nicest possible way. Not an insult. You can tell.
I'm having great fun with these games. I think these are, you know, what you want in a game is either really good, you either want really good traditional play, or you want it doesn't really matter how good it is, but you want innovative play, stuff that makes you think, oh, I haven't seen that before, I want to try that next time I play Dota,
Right.
and that's what I'm getting here from Hehe.
I agree completely.
Empire, I don't think.
Is the term that comes to mind. Arrow
Yeah.
flies from Marana. Not gonna miss everybody, but scout out. I think hopefully the Ember Spirit and the Earthshaker, although they're not really backing up. Last word put on Ember Spirit. Shouldn't necessarily see anything happen here unless Empire really wants to push, but they may want to. Looks like heroes are grouping up. Lycan split pushing top. Venomancer still farming around middle. Oh, but the Rubik falls to the burst damage. But Arrow does hit Ember Spirit. Marana pops a rune, goes for Ember Spirit, but he's going to have to back up. Rubik in very deep there. I'm not totally sure what he's going for. I guess he was going for the loop around, but Lycan is not with them.
There was something I meant to mention earlier. It might actually have been partially destroyed and regrown now. Yeah, the trees are regrowing. But I'm not sure who it was. It probably was Empire. They had actually carved a little tunnel through that clump of trees. And so that you don't have to go up onto the high ground where there's often a ward.
Well, big fight going on here. Venomancer taken out by Marana and Batrider, but a big push coming out from Hehe. They should be able to take this tier 1 middle, although Global Silence does fall out right as they try to initiate onto the silencer. Marana alt falls. Definitely Empire using their... Oh! But Marana TP's right into the middle of all of the Hehe players, but they can't see her. And they just have to back up. Very good use of the sort of combination global ults that we were talking about during the draft by Empire to really deal with these counter initiations. And Empire's already doing a lot of work on this top tower. Tier 1 down to about 1,000 health. Ember Spirit's chasing Lycan, runs into Visage. Not the death machine, says Lycan.
This should be interesting.
Shackled up, but everyone from Hehe's gonna have to turn around. Good fissure to block Batrider's progress. Although the wolves and the necro units are really chasing down Ember Spirit, making his life very unpleasant. And Venomancer's gonna get caught by this Lycan. So much damage, should fall. Does manage to get Lycan with her ult, but he should be fine. Gonna just TP out. Yeah, should be fine. Popped out the wolves so he can macro them while he's healing back at base. Batrider is TPing home as well.
I think that was a very strange play there from Hehe.
Good push from Empire. Yeah, they seemed indecisive about whether or not they wanted to fight or escape.
Yeah, and I think they could have fought. I definitely, I thought they had a Lycan kill for sure.
Well, Lycan was. I think when the shackle landed, they didn't. I think they didn't expect it to latch, and they were sort of already backing up, and by then it was too late. Although Arrow misses Ember Spirit here at the middle lane. Shackle lands again. Should be able to take out Van Score, and he does. Marana's here. Ember Spirit's low. Just gonna have to back up. He's disarmed and silenced, and all those fun stuff that Silencer will do to you. And the Lycan wolves are going at him. He has to use his ult to escape. Although I hear a Batrider lasso. It's on Wind Ranger. She didn't even really take that much damage, and she's just gonna walk away. Arrow misses. The Marana arrows, not at all trying to knock right solution. Not have been on. I think Hehe doing a very good job of being on the lookout for those. I don't know that a single one of them has hit. I'm sure some have, but pretty low percentage of Marana arrows.
You can see they've actually recarved that little path through the trees. Empire obviously siding.
Yeah, I see it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Marana arrow coming in again, but not gonna find anybody. Global combo again from Empire. They're going on this Venomancer. He falls. Lycan chasing down anyone he can find. Finds the Ember Spirit. Oh, good shackle again from Wind Ranger, but just not enough. The Death Bowl is too strong. Shackle stolen by Rubik, used to lock down Earthshaker. They're chasing Visage, diving deep. So much damage coming out so fast. All those Necro units, all the wolves, the Lycan being Lycan, and 4 dead for 0. Big win by Empire. They could choose to push the middle, and they're going to. The question is, will they go to Roche afterwards?
You notice they are backdooring this.
That's another very good point. Lycan, so much tower damage.
Oh god, they gotta finish!
The back door's winning.
They gotta finish, they just lost the Necro units. There it is. Okay.
Now, will they head to Roshan? With everyone up, they might decide to wait for it. Yeah, they're just gonna siege around the middle a little bit, see what happens there.
I think Roshan...
It's gonna be up in 10 seconds.
Roshan against Earthshaker and Ember Spirit would be tricky.
Able to be taken out by the Marana. Another good shackle. Always want to fly a little out of position here. Ember Spirit sees him, goes in, but Rubik lifts him up. Goes for the interesting. Did he use sleight of fist while he was in the air in the lifts? Can you do that? I don't know. Anyway,
I missed that. If
big fight. Earthshaker ult comes out. Shackle has 2 stunned. Empire's got his ult on. He's going on his Ember Spirit with Resolution. Ember Spirit jumps into the Roshan pit. Ugh, so much going on. Shackle again stolen by Rubik, used to latch up. Resolution getting
There
more
it
and more
is.
kills. Ember Spirit about to fall here. Wind Ranger in a lot of trouble. Not sure how she's going to get out. Batrider just putting that flame in her path. She's trying to TP out, but too much damage.
this is when it went to 18-17. That is the first time in the game that Empire have been ahead on kills. So I think that's probably GG now. I mean,
If you look at the gold graph, they have an over 12,000 gold graph lead, and it's been that way since before 10 minutes into the fight.
yeah. I mean that. Yeah.
So there's that.
I don't think there was ever any real questioning, but yeah,
And this
kill's
is
not so
a
important.
lesson. Oh, lasso on Venomancer. Oh my god. Yeah, let this be a lesson to anyone out there. Kills do not equal wins, and this is a perfectly proven example of that.
Yeah.
Ember Spirit gonna walk up here, use a little bit of sleight of fist, try to keep them off the racks, but a global silence comes out. Ember Spirit taking a lot of damage and he just falls.
That's Ember down.
Good Fissure catches everybody. Shackle catches everybody too. Van score low. Wind Ranger going on him. 4 staffs out. Resolution gets low by the Visage, but they just pop the Mirana ult and can just walk away. Although Lycan doesn't want more, and they call it.
That's a GG call. Whee!
Indeed.
GG, epic arrow.
Wow.
I'm not going to quit the lobby this game this time. I'm going to stay in it so I can hear all of the things you say.
Let's keep the stream on.
Sorry?
Should I keep the stream on?
Yeah. Well, I mean, any last thoughts? Hello, Davidy? He's disconnected from the game. All right. Well, I guess that means we're going to close that and have a quick chat in Steam chat for the post game. Oh, hello. Hello. Okay, not sure what's going on there then, but for anybody watching, oh, hey, there you are. How you doing?
Oh, I think you have open mic on?
I do have open mic on. He's clever. He's clever. Hey, how you doing?
Doing good, doing good. I thought that went really well.
Yeah, it did. My stream's still on. I don't know if we've done a goodbye
Oh,
thing
mine's
yet,
not.
or okay, cool.
I did my goodbye thing.
Oh right, I see what
If
you're
you
doing.
want to have a review session, or we can just head off. Either way's fine.
I'm happy heading off there. But anybody watching, thanks very much for watching. Please subscribe to me
Yeah,
and
that's great.
Davidy and like
Please do.
and comment and chat and everything. And
And
yeah,
like
there'll be more later on
and-
tonight.
Like and I see what you did there, Grumble. I see what you
Like,
did there.
like, and comment and everything.
Like and comment. Like and comment.
That isn't actually what I did, but I like what you did with the thing that I almost did.
Okay. All
That
right,
was
you
pro.
like what I did with what you did.
That was pro.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. Cheers, stream. There'll be more later tonight, but not immediately.